Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Totally Awesome Podcast, the worst podcast you've ever heard, so bad it might just make you tap out. My name is JoshAgeddon, and I'm joined with...
Andie. Wow, you forgot my last name.
Geddon.
We are betrothed.
And we're also joined by...
Alex.
Vaping in my room.
Yeah.
It's a really pretty vape.
It smells like pretentious in here all of a sudden.
What are you saying?
It smells like your lungs are dying.
They are.
Yeah.
And I love it.
So, on this most auspicious occasion, we're going to be doing AI Dungeon. Because a couple videos ago during the Backlash 2009 review with my friends Sean McCarty and Skylar Greenberg of the Court Martial Podcast, go subscribe, by the way, we had a bonus section where Sean McCarty was like, hey, I have an AI Dungeon story, it's funny, I'm going to read it to you. So... after that, we made me, Skylar, and Sean made a new channel called Super Jam Session. Go subscribe to Super Jam Session also. And now we're doing a TAP episode of AI Dungeons stories. So I have 2, Andie has 2, and Alex has 2. I'm going first because this is my channel.
His channel.
And I don't care who goes next.
Is...
We're going to go in a triangle because there's 3 of us.
You can go next.
So me, Andie, and then Alex, and then me, Andie, and then Alex.
Hey.
All right.
Wow, it's like a circle, but it's a triangle.
Which means it's not like...
it's
like
a
circle.
With
pointy edges.
You spit on me from all the way over there, and it landed on my knee. This knee. Not
I'm
even this
so
knee.
talented.
How did you do that?
This needs to stop. Anyway.
I literally hate you.
So, all right. So, my first story is called The Lotion Princess.
Oh, wow. Is this based on the interaction you had at Dollar General the other day?
No, it is not.
Oh,
okay,
wow.
so, all right. So, some context for that. A customer walked up to me for no reason and just asked me if I liked baby oil. And I was like, what? And then he asked me what my favorite kind of lotion was, and I got very uncomfortable. Bro, Dollar General is a fun place to work.
Bro,
he was talking about masturbation, most likely.
Probably.
Yeah.
Anyway, so my story, my story, The Lotion Princess. All right, this is the setup, the description. You are Princess Butt Hiccup, a princess living in the kingdom of Lotion Land. You wake up in a big moist bed and hear clamoring outside your door. A knight rushes in to tell you that your home is being attacked and currently burning down. All 800 of your parents are dead, and the only other person in your village washes up on the shore of the Lotion Ocean, barely alive.
The Lotion Ocean.
So the story begins. What the heckles? You yell, annoyed that your moist beauty sleep is being ruined. The person who washed up on the Lotion Ocean speaks to you. My legs hurt. Johnny swept my leg. The person says, and his name is Daniel LaRusso, the Karate Kid.
It's the Karate Kid.
You are at first shocked and then decide to help him. If you don't help him, he might not make it. All right, let's get you out of here, you say. Why do they always sweep my leg, he asks. You say, because meme warfare has never been more cruel than it is now. You respond as you have PTSD flashbacks of Meme War 2. No! Not the Japanese! They have the best memes! You shout. Huh? Daniel is confused. Never mind, you say, as you two continue to truck along. You and Daniel flee into the forest, where his chances of survival are much higher. So when is the Karate Kid 4 coming out, you ask? When my leg is better, he says. Man, Daniel, you should just let me take care of you. I have lotion powers, you say. I'm fine, he says. I don't need a lotion witch princess to fix my leg. Lotion doesn't fix legs, silly Billy, you say. What does it do, he asks. Buttercup lotion fully moisturizes your leg. 9 out of 10 doctors approve. You respond as you hold up a bottle of lotion towards the sky. What about that one doctor who didn't like it? Daniel asks. He drank it and died, you respond. I don't need your help. You and Daniel run and run until you come into a big green meadow. The grass is so long that your feet don't even touch the ground. You and Daniel stop and take a breather to catch your breath. My leg is sore, Daniel says. Well, that's because you didn't use my lotion.
So redundant.
That's because you didn't use my lotion, you say.
Harping on some lotion.
I don't need your lotion. I'm fine, he says. But you push him back down to the ground into the fetal position and sit on top of his head. Why can't you ever just take no for an answer, he asks. You need exfoliating, you dumb bitch. You
Lotion doesn't exfoliate you!
I'm
What is
aware.
with this, like, lotion core stuff?
What? He says.
Is this a porn?
When you are in a meadow like this, all you need is a few rubs and you are all set, you say. You whip out your enormous bottle of lotion.
Who's paying you to make this story? Because I know you're getting paid. This is an advertisement.
Brazzers?
Its girth could make any normal bottle of lotion blush. Just watch this, you say as you squeeze about a gallon of the stuff into your
A
hands.
gallon?
You then rub both Daniel and the ground he lays on with your hands. The ground moans and is enjoying the lotion more than Daniel is because he is an ungrateful bitch.
Oh my gosh.
The ground is now slippery. You grab Daniel and hop on top of him. The lotion is now inside of him and he is now infertile.
Oh,
Oh my
what did you
God.
do with it?
Sorry, I didn't mean to kill your sperm, you say. It's okay, I hate kids, Daniel says.
I agree with that.
Wow.
You two kiss and fall over because you keep slipping and falling all over each other because of how slippery the ground is.
What caused you to kiss him? Because he said he hated kids? You were like, that's so
Probably.
hot.
That's so hot! After about a half an hour of sexy massages, you two are all set. You hop on top of a tall tree and pull a rope of vine towards you. It's the most relaxing day of your life. The tree moans, you release, and the tree flings you and Daniel across the planet. You two then begin a long descent into an endless sea of marijuana. You know we could just have sex, don't you? You ask. No, I want to smoke this weed first, he says.
That sounds like you, Alex.
Wow.
You know, smoking my lotion would be better, you say. If you say so, he says. I do. You two then proceed to consume each other's body parts until Daniel dies of an overdose of weed and lotion. Princess Buttercup is now on the run for the death of the Karate Kid. You are now the most wanted woman on the entire planet. Your father, Mr. Miyagi, is on the warpath for your capture.
I thought all of her 800 parents were dead.
Well, one of them
Plot
survived.
twist.
And he is ordering
She
his...
has an 801st.
Your father, Mr. Miyagi, is ordering his entire army to hunt for you. He
What?
also says that if you surrender, he will forgive you. But you are not going to surrender
Who is
because
he, Goku?
you are not going to surrender because you are a bad bitch, and nobody is the boss of a bad bitch. You summon an army of weed lotion monsters. Meme War 3 begins. France immediately surrenders because of course they do.
Wow.
The United States collectively masturbates. The Ukraine invades and destroys Russia. Everything is falling apart. You and your army of lotion monsters fight the entire world, but you are too much for them. Eventually, only the North Pole stands against you. Santa Claus is the secret disciple of Mr. Miyagi, and he vows to rid the world of all lotion by Christmas.
Oh my gosh.
Santa needs to do this because his other job is very demanding around this time of year. Your father finds out about this new evil force you have been summoning. He sends out his best ninjas to kill you before you can strike a final blow on Santa Claus. Your lotion monsters intercept the ninjas and Meme War 4 begins.
Yeah,
Another one.
The lotion makes the ninjas moist, which goes against the ninja code. They all commit seppuku, and it is now down to you versus Santa. After some intense fighting, you're just too exhausted to fight anymore. Santa is the victor. He has straddled your body and your arms are locked behind your back. The lotion monsters give you all of their energy, and you are completely rejuvenated, and it's Princess Buttercup versus Santa Claus round 2. You summon a large wad of money out of your chest and throw it at Santa. The money is the profits from your lucrative lotion empire, which now controls the galaxy. It smushes Santa Claus right down into the ground, and you are now a truly awful princess. You get up and walk away. You think that the worst motherfucker in the universe just got served by a giant wad of money. You find your dad, Mr. Miyagi, and try to kill him with lotion. He sees this coming and sets the lotion on fire. You both
What?
burn to death. Meme War 5 begins. Meme War 6 begins. Meme War 7 never begins because the critics gave it a 13% on Rotten Tomatoes. The series is officially canceled. The end.
I thought it would never end.
I feel like you made that whole thing up. The AI did nothing.
The AI made up about half of it.
Yeah,
Yours
really?
is way longer than mine is.
Yeah, it's way longer than mine, too.
Alright, Alex.
You never know when to end. I thought that I
It's
was
Anderson's
second.
turn.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's Andy's turn. My
I'm in
bad.
first.
Yeah. Gosh, women's rights. Speaking of rights, since it
God.
is Pride Month, I did make a gay story as my first story.
Oh, no.
You're welcome.
I tried to
I
make a
am
gay
concerned.
joke in one of mine, and it said,
Did it say?
wow, that was a stupid thing to say because homophobia is dumb. And I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, homophobia is dumb, Alex. It is
In a
Pride
comedic-
Month.
In a comedian, and it wasn't even in a bad way, though.
Yeah,
It was like, wow, I bet he's gay. It was literally nothing like that.
I bet he's gay.
It was literally that.
That's homophobic.
That's what it said.
An observation is wrong.
All right, so my story, the first one, is called A Love Story. It's beautiful. The year is 2014, and you are a middle schooler whose parents are newly divorced. Your mom forced you to go on a family bonding trip to Tennessee with your sisters and her. The whole ride there, you listened to One Direction's new album, 4, on repeat. You remember being so engrossed in the lyrics that the album actually took you 3 times the recommended time.
Is this literally you?
The AI
It's
knows
Based
you
on
very
a
well.
Wattpad fan fiction that I wrote in 2014. I forgot to mention that. I was a Wattpad fan fiction writer. And
Oh
so
my
this,
goodness.
I used this as a template.
I am marrying this woman. Proudly.
Yes, we are betrothed.
We are betrothed.
Okay, next paragraph. Once you get to the hotel, you meet another girl your age who is staying in the room beside you. You decide to befriend her and hang out with her instead of your family. The two of you spend the day together, getting back to the hotel at night. You and the girl have a blast talking about dicks.
What?
You find
Sporting
out,
goods.
yeah, Dick's Sporting Goods. You find out that her parents are divorced too, so you decide to perform a ritual that will make both of you less depressed. You place a piece of paper with the words, "I think I love you" on it in the middle of her bed, and you leave that morning believing that you are in a real relationship. She finds you that afternoon in the hotel bathroom while you're taking a dump, and she says that she loves you
That's
too. Over the next few days, you spend time with the girl almost every day. You and her are so in love, you can't get enough of each other. But when your mom found out that you fell in love after her marriage had fallen apart, she was furious. She forbade
Typical.
you from ever seeing the girl again. Don't make fun of my hand gestures.
The thing you were literally doing earlier.
They are enriching the story.
I don't remember.
Okay, so you and your girlfriend came up with a plan to get rid of your mother. You decided that you would stage your own death and make it look like she had killed you. Late that night...
How's that gonna work?
Well, that's what the AI
Bold
came up
strategy, Cotton. Let's see if this works out for her.
Yeah, that was the AI.
with. Yeah, that was like AI!
Now the AI.
Late that night, you got out of bed and met up with your girlfriend who had a knife with your mother's fingerprints on it. You had made a life-sized doll of yourself, covered in stab wounds and fake blood.
Jesus.
The plan was to stage the scene and then have your girlfriend call the police. At which point, the police would arrest your mom. You found a quiet spot far from your own room and snuck in the doll. You and your girlfriend, whose name is Tiffany, poured red paint everywhere and placed...
Why is that relevant now?
I just felt like you guys should
By
know
the
her
way,
name.
Is she hot?
Her name has been Tiffany
We're-
this whole time.
we're in Act 2. By the way.
Yeah.
So y'all know.
Just so you know, her name is Tiffany. So you and your girlfriend, whose name is Tiffany, poured red paint everywhere and placed the doll and the knife in the middle of the room. Then Tiffany called the police. When your mom found out that the police had been called, she ran into the room in a panic. Your mom was a trained police officer who had received extensive training in CPR and first aid. She started doing chest compressions on the doll, thinking it was you. She ended up getting the fake blood all over her in the process. When the police arrived, they arrested your mom, believing her to be the prime suspect.
No shot that worked.
Oh, just wait!
No shot. Oh god.
Before anyone could figure out that this was all a lie, you and Tiffany fled to Uganda.
Why Uganda?
Nobody
they-
would look for you there. That's
Because
the
they
next
know the way.
Yeah. They don't know the way.
Jesus Christ.
The rest of your family never did find out what you had done. The police never did find out who stabbed you. But you did never find out why people thought your mom had stabbed you either. You and Tiffany lived a great long life together in Uganda. You had 2 beautiful children who never framed you for murder, and you all lived happily ever after.
That's always a good quality to have in a child.
The end. That was my first story. It was it was way smaller than yours, and I'm very sorry
I feel like that was relatively the same length. See, mine feels like it's small now.
No, I mean, I think that his was way longer than mine.
Okay,
I don't mean to brag, but...
Yeah, you just have a very long one.
Yes.
Okay, guys.
Very long, enormous bottle
Why we
of
are
lotion.
betrothed? Yes. Anyway.
Your turn, brother man.
Brother
what is your
man.
story called?
Oh shit, did I make a fucking title?
He didn't title his story, oh my gosh!
Just
amateur.
Okay, the name is The Story of Lord Farquaad.
Oh, yay! I love this story.
Oh dear God.
I can't even. Okay. You are Lord Farquaad, a doctor living in Chicago. A patient is brought to you in a coma. No one knows who it is, just that he collapsed in front of the hospital with a note in his hand and a pendant in his pocket. You examine him. As you examine him, you discover that he is a vampire from the 19th century. Can you cure him and turn him back to his own time? You can only cure him using supplies from the past century. You examine his pockets for money. You find a $100 bill left in his left pocket and a small black notebook in his right. You open the notebook and find several notes about vampires and vampiric lore. Sorry, everyone.
Wow, you can't read.
You throw away all of his belongings because of how inconvenient this is. You go to your lab and examine the patient. You notice he doesn't smell the slightest bit like a vampire.
Vampires stink.
Yes, I know how vampires smell.
You throw away the notebook and the $100 bill.
Why?
You say, wait, I need that $100 bill.
The character agreed with me.
You try to reason with the vampire. I really need that $100 bill. You can keep the notebook, but that just won't do. You are correct. You say, damn, I forgot he was in a coma. Guess I better steal his underwear. You take the vampire's underwear. You take the underwear and put them in your lab. You say, time to inspect the real star. You examine the patient's undergarments, and you remember that he was wearing a black ribbon around his neck. You think to yourself, I think he likes it in the butt. You notice that the vampire is unmoving and not breathing. His body is still there, but he no longer has a pulse. You place a phone call.
He's a vampire. Of course, he's not gonna have a pulse.
You place a phone call to the local vampire hunters, and you find out that they have no record of a patient coming in with a vampire bite. You yell at the stupid vamptress because she is acting like a bitch. You tell the vamptress she is being a bitch. She tells you to shut up. You say, well, you are. You get in a fight. You continue. You hang up. You get on the phone and call the vampire hunters back. You ask if they have a record of a vampire bite. They say no. You hang up the phone. You say, wow, that was a fruit basket of bullshit.
Fruits basket.
You call the vampire hunters back. You say, wow, that was a fruit basket of bullshit. They say, what did you say, you bastard? You say, I said, keep my fruity kid's name out your fucking mouth.
Oh my gosh.
They say, we are on your location now. Get ready to meet your maker, bastard. You hear the sirens. You put on the vampire's underwear and become a mystical scat vampire.
Oh my god!
You become a scat vampire. A guy sees your underwear and runs away laughing. You chase him and kill him. You are now a scat vampire on the prowl for fresh human asses. You see a big booty cheeked up ginger with anal hanging out. You see a big wait, okay, I already read that. You go over and attempt to fuck her. You attempt to fuck her ass. She says, ah yes, scat please.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no, where's this going?
You say, ah yes, scat of course. She says, I got scat all over my face. You say, well, go wash it off. She says, well, what are you going to do, bite me? You say, scat please. She says, well, scat is all over my face and I need a hose to get it off. You say, you think hoses grow on trees? I'm a scat pyre. Fuck I look like. You turn into a ball of feces and shit on her clothes. She says, well, now I'm pissed. You say, well, now you're scatted. She says, She says nothing. You kill her dead. You shit all over her and say goodbye. You return to the lab. You say, they will now know me as the Lord Farquaad, scat pyre of undergarments. The story ends with a whiff of poopy doopy.
That was beautiful.
Yay.
I loved
That was
it so
amazing.
much. My new dream in life is to grow up to be a scat pyre.
Scat vampire.
I don't know why.
Just suck up all the poop.
No, you poop on people and,
And
then you
then
kill them.
you suck it up. You suck up their poopy.
That,
I
yeah.
don't
few
know why I
people
was
in
so focused on shit. But it just kept coming back into my mind.
It was
what if I said
very-
scat here? That would be funny.
It was
All
very
right.
shit focused, but
Yes,
I
it
did
was.
appreciate it.
That was a load of shit, Alex.
Yeah.
All right, now it's time for my second one.
Part 2.
This one is so stupid. It's called a catnip PSA.
Ah.
And this is the
Another
description.
advertisement. Who is paying you?
You are Keo, an android cat person living in the futuristic city of Catopolis.
Oh, yay.
You have a laser pistol and poisonous catnip. You are a security android cat
bad.
person created to provide military-level force for corporations wealthy enough to purchase you. As you stand protecting a shipment of cat people, you realize that something is wrong. 3 men have broken into the transport unicycle in which you stand. The only thing they are after is the shipment you are protecting. They have created a diversion to steal the cat people for sex.
What?
Can you protect your cargo?
Furries.
Can you protect your cargo, or do you join with the thieves to steal the shipment and have a quickie? The story begins. The world of Catopolis is a relatively new planet. Technology has brought many people far beyond the Stone Age of 2022. However, this has not solved all of the world's problems. People who want pussy are still rampaging the streets.
Oh, no.
You are a literal pussy machine.
It is the incels.
which isn't
Oh,
as
God.
good as organic pussy. Some robots enjoy it though, and their metal teeth hurt because they haven't seen their robot dentists yet. Your creator, Cat Thornton, creator of all things robotic pussy, has sent you to protect the latest shipment of cat people. You are their last hope. The shipment consists of about 200 young cat people who are harvested to sell their body parts for medical research and to be used as pleasure slaves for the wealthy elite.
Wow, that's awful.
Yeah, that's
Terrible.
terrible.
That sounds scarily like real life.
true.
They want to know how they became cat people so they can become cat people themselves so they can taste their own cat pussy without having to hurt the innocent.
Well, that's convenient.
They hope that
So they want to stop hurting the innocent? That doesn't sound like the rich.
you hope that the research will lead a way to make the experience of being a cat person completely organic, which would be truly revolutionary for the world. As a non-organic, you can't relate to the goodness of organic pussy, as you have heard many stories throughout your sad android life.
Wow.
The 3 thieves are close behind you. They have taken the unicycle that you were guarding. They are gaining on you when suddenly the sky explodes in a massive explosion.
Oh no, not in an explosion.
Not an explosion caused by an explosion. The sudden shockwave knocks you off of your unicycle and sends you rolling into some nearby bushes.
Wait, I thought they stole the unicycle.
Apparently,
You had a backup.
I have a spare. I have a spare
It's
unicycle.
like Doctor Strange's cape.
Yeah. Don't worry, I have another one.
The explosion seems to be coming from a large ship in the distance. One of the 3 thieves drops a bag. You find out the bag contains dog nip, a highly illegal substance banned eons ago by former United States Senator George Bush in 2019.
Whoa.
It's the last known remnant of the fabled dog people who were hunted down Order 66 style because of their dangerous and uncontrollable dog penises. The
Uncontrollable.
Life.
The last dog person known to exist was former President Donald Trump, who was always seen shoving dog nip up his vagina.
I thought that they had penises.
Why can't I picture that? I can literally visualize that. and I
Yeah,
don't
he was like, grab it by the pussy. He just put dog nip.
grab it by the pussy, shove dog nip up there. You don't have any, so you grab the bag. Oh, that's that good shit, you say. You hear yelling coming from the direction of the ship. The thieves point it out to be used as a diversion for you. You eat the dog nip and transform from Keo, the cat android, to Shigure, the dog bot.
Oh my gosh.
Your dog power is over.
Shigure.
Your
It's
dog.
from an anime we just watched.
Your dog power is over 9,000.
You should watch it. It's Fruits Basket.
You eat some more of the dog nip, which is now completely harmless. A small puff of smoke comes from your crack, and you feel nothing.
From which track?
You look at the ship in the
The
distance
crack.
and realize that is your destination. The three thieves are running away in the opposite direction because they know why they know why they are there. You get up and follow them. Since you are now a good doggo, you are faster and less timid than your previous cat persona.
Oh my god.
The three thieves are running through a tunnel made of licorice when you arrive at the ship. The three quickly dispose of another bag of dog nip. Give me more, please. I'm addicted to it. I need it. I need it, you say. Your need for dog nip is clouding your judgment, but you don't care because that shit is fire. One reason why it was banned was because it was all that Trump would talk about, because he was the biggest dog nip addict of all time. However, he would never accept dog nip shipments from China because they are the enemy.
Yeah, totally.
If the evil Chinese were to get their hands on more dog nip, it would ruin the economy of the entire world. The thieves agree to give you another bag of the good stuff. You accept, snort that shit, and you feel completely different.
Right.
You feel something inside of you is firing, and when it comes out, it's going to be amazing.
What?
The power of the doggo. It's in my veins, you say. In your veins, the thieves ask. Yes, where else, you answer.
So he's just been transforming in front of them this entire time.
You feel your body getting bigger, and hear the thieves gasp in surprise. One of the thieves hands you a small black box with a blinking red light on top of it. You open it, and it is the legendary wolf nip. This is the nip that the now extinct dog people spoke of during Dog Ramadan.
Oh my god.
This actually sounds kind of cool in a weird way.
Yeah, there should be an anime.
You say,
I
this
don't get that part.
This is too strong. The ship will have you tripping. Too strong, they say. You don't know what the meaning of too strong is. This is the nip that made all the dog people go crazy. It even made the now extinct dog people go crazy. It was originally created by Donald Trump and a mad scientist named Dr. Fauci because the dog nip wasn't doing it for Trump anymore.
Oh my gosh.
You grab the wolf nip and throw it away. The thieves give you a look of disgust. I don't care. I've become a hero, so I probably shouldn't get addicted to that crazy shit. You three need to go to rehab. It may be too late for Trump and Fauci, but it's not too late for you, you say.
Wow.
Never!
That's an advertisement.
What a guy.
I literally
Everyone
hate
go to rehab.
It's literally called a catnip PSA. The thieves shout, never! And they pull out bazookas.
They tried to make me go to rehab, but I said no, no, no.
Before they fire, you raise your leg and pee on them like a dog. They are disgusted, and they use the bazookas to kill themselves because they can't stand the smell of dog person pee-pee.
Everyone kills themselves.
You have saved the 200 cat people slaves. You turn to the camera, still peeing, and declare, don't do nip, kids. The end.
That...
Nips are for kids. That was not what I missed.
Silly rabbit, nips are for kids.
Says the rabbit holding his nipples. Silly kids, nips are for you.
I can literally visualize that. Stop.
Stop!
Okay.
My 14-year-old
That was beautiful.
Why,
child
thank
self
you.
is traumatized.
So, my story number 2, moving on.
Number 2, scat.
Oh no.
Scat.
Scat.
Return of the
Yes.
scat pyre.
This
no.
story is called A Witch Tale. Are you
Oh,
guys
no.
ready?
My nips are ready.
Oh, well, I think nips are gonna be even readier when I read this.
Oh, God.
You are Nip Pull,
Oh my god.
a witch living on the edge of the medieval kingdom of Larion. You have a wand and a pet alligator named Tush Johnson. As you yeah, as you sit in your swamp hut mixing a magical potion, you hear a knock on the door. You open it and see a man claiming to be a representative of the king. He claims that his name is John Lennon, but you refuse to believe it.
God.
That is a ridiculous name that does not exist.
I don't believe in that.
Yeah, real names are Nip Pull, okay? And Tush
And
Johnson.
Tush Johnson.
But John Lennon, that does not
Other
exist.
names.
Does not compute.
Does he, wait, Because he has lied to you, you also do not believe that he is a representative of the king. And even if he was, you would hate him more since the king banished you from the town for turning all of his pet lizards into dragons.
That sounds sick, though.
Yeah, I know. He doesn't like dragons.
It's like a Pokemon evolution.
You close the door on the rep John named Lennon and turn your full attention to your potion. You do not want to be interrupted by more knock-knock jokes. The potion...
I wouldn't either, should.
Yeah. The potion calls for more alligator farts. So you put another pot of beans on for Tush Johnson.
Oh my god.
This potion is the only reason you got a pet alligator in the first place. You actually hate Tush's guts, but he doesn't know that. He just thinks you're a nice witch that feeds him beans.
Stop! Tush Johnson out here.
Okay. Once the beans are done, you feed them to Tush and he gobbles them all up. He farts into the cauldron, and the liquid turns from blue to green, signaling that the potion is done. Now you can finally poison all the bunnies that have been eating up your garden.
What about the... Okay, you know what? No, just continue.
Just roll with it. Just roll with it, Alex.
He went away because I didn't believe him. I closed the door on his face. Like, what else is he gonna do? You pick up the cauldron and head to the door. You reach down and pet Tush one last time. He has no idea that you're about to get rid of him. You make your way outside and pour the foul-smelling potion all over your vegetable garden. This batch of veggies will go to waste, but it will kill all those pesky rabbits, so the next batch will be all for you, and it will taste so good in the alligator soup you're gonna make.
Oh
You
my
have
God.
successfully poisoned the bunnies. Now all you have to do is wait for the king to send his men to investigate the dead vegetables, and you will get your life back. Once all the king's horses and all the king's men come to investigate, you will kill them, and then you'll be able to overthrow the king and rule the kingdom yourself. You will turn the kingdom into one giant coven full of bunny-hating witches.
That's a lot of ambition.
You decide to set your
Jesus.
sights on the king's closest advisor, the ogre Shrek. You find a portal that leads to Shrek's tower. You step through the portal and try to get Shrek to join your mission to overthrow the king. Shrek asked you to meet him at the edge of the woods because the king has ears in his tower. When you get there, he is wearing a strange dress and sitting in a circle of mushrooms, reading goat entrails. You will tell... Wait.
What?
You
What
tell
the
Shrek...
fuck?
I don't know, the AI did that. You tell Shrek your master plan, and he agrees to help you overthrow the king. He says that he will wait at your hut while the king's men investigate your garden. He says that he will take them down while you sneak into the castle and kill the king. You say goodbye to the old toad and head back to your hut to gather your belongings. When you hear the king's army approaching, you make a portal to the king's castle and leave Shrek at your swamp to deal with the troops. Later, you find out that he will start calling it his swamp and he will not let you or any other fairy tale creatures in. But that's another story for another day.
Oh, nice.
You run through the portal. Wow, you did Farquaad and I did Shrek. Kind of crazy.
That's funny.
You run through the portal to the king's castle and quickly find yourself on the balcony overlooking the throne room. The king has his back to you and is enjoying his afternoon cup of bear diarrhea.
They're casual.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's good stuff, man.
When he hears your footsteps, he turns to you quickly and drops his soupy poopy. It splashes all over the front of his robes. He is angry that you would try to kill him without his bear diarrhea. He draws his sword and you take your wand out of your ass.
Because where else would it be?
You do a quick charm and he drops dead. Your future self will tell you that it...
Well,
Wow.
that was easy.
Your future self will tell you that it was all a dream, because it was.
Oh my god, I literally hate that.
I was just hoping that at some point, like when you mentioned Shrek, so you would just say, and then I heard a noise that said, "Somebody once told me."
I should have.
All right,
Anyway,
You
Alex.
that was the
busted
end.
in.
All right.
You busted in.
Where my phone at? Oh, there it is.
Loved that noise.
All right, Alex. It's time for your second story. Do you have a title for this one?
Hang
No.
on. Hang on. Wait, that's the other one. Hang on.
Thinking of a title on the spot.
I'm thinking of a title on the spot.
Yeah.
Who wants to be a millionaire? Thinking music. Do 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 do.
Apocalypse Gone Wrong. That's what it's called.
Apocalypse Gone Wrong.
Yeah.
no.
Dun dun dun.
You are Dick or Liquor. A survivor trying to survive in a post-apocalyptic world by scavenging among the ruins of what is left. You have a backpack and a canteen. You haven't eaten in 2 days, so you're desperately searching for food. You enter a rundown building and find a note that reads, "Food here is bad, but this is what you need to keep going." The note leads you to a cellar where there are 2 big barrels with the phrase, "Surely this food isn't poisonous," spray painted on them. You decide to throw a rock into the first barrel just to see what happens, and it explodes in your face. What the fuck? You run away because you are scared of unexpected explosions. Well, at least now you have the food. Now you just have to find a safe place to eat it. You find a spot and eat the food, but forgot that it blew up earlier, 2 minutes ago. You sit down and eat the food, but you are sick the next day because of the gas. You say, "Wow, I hope that bomb doesn't reach my stomach acid."
It will explode.
You survive and continue your journey.
Dang.
Until one day a man comes and tells you that his tribe wants to adopt you and take care of you. Do you want to join his tribe? You say, "Well, considering I only have 1 leg and 4 fingers after that explosion,
Oh my god.
I would say that's a deal." You join the man's tribe and they name you Little Alice because of your resemblance to the Alice that they have in their tribe. I kill Alice because there can only be one little I blame it on the prostitute around the corner saying she killed her. They believe the story and crucify the prostitute.
Wow! Jesus!
I am now the hero of the dildo veins.
The what?
I get a prosthetic leg and am able to function like a normal human being again. Unfortunately for the dildo veins, however, the apocalypse is far from over. You have no choice but to find a safe place to live. The tribe takes shelter under a giant woman with abnormally large bazookas for nipples.
Oh my god.
She protects her pesty babies with a large machete named Big Mac.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
You name her Big Baloney and hide behind her as she slays the fallen cows that have massive udders.
Wow.
You are also the only survivor of the dildo veins in a safe place to live. One day in the future, the dildo veins are attacked by a huge mutant cow. Big Baloney comes with Big Mac to save the day and end the tyranny of the Titty Titans.
Titty Titans.
You are too weak to fight. Big Mac slays the cow. Your tribe saves your life and then leaves you to die in the desert. What did I do to you, my family? They walk away as if you never existed.
But wasn't he the only one left?
The last member turns back and says,
Don't question it.
"The prostitute that was being abused while Alice was killed, so it couldn't have been her."
Oh my god.
You cry as you know what's coming. Big Baloney and her tits of fireful fury. She kills you. You die a horrible death. The end.
That's so sad.
Wow.
Well, he shouldn't have killed real Alice.
You know,
Also, blaming the murder on the prostitute for no reason.
Yeah.
That was being abused.
a
during the
prostitute
time.
around the corner.
also being named Dicker Licker.
Dicker Licker.
Surely this man named Dicker Licker won't try to destroy our tribe and call us the dildo veins.
Also, okay, so of the 6 stories that we've heard so far, what's everyone's favorite?
The Thunder.
The
outside.
Thunder also wants to have a say.
You can't pick your own, by the way.
Yeah, you
By
can't.
the way,
All right,
it's
so
illegal.
Alex, of the 4 stories between me and Andy, which one was your favorite? Sips his Pepsi.
He has to
I'm
think.
trying to remember the first ones because they're not as fresh
It's his
on my brain.
thinky drinky.
Well, she did.
Mine was about the lesbians who did the murder, framed the mom,
Yeah.
moved to Uganda.
And my first one was about the lotion princess butt hiccup.
But hiccup.
I think I like both of your second ones more.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think my
me too.
second one is a lot funnier. That's why I saved it for last.
Shit, I don't know.
Pick
I
one!
like them both.
Pick one, mother trucker!
He doesn't want
God.
to hurt our poor feelings.
Well, I actually do
So-
really like them equally. I don't know which one to pick.
I actually do really want to hurt your feelings, but
All right. While he's
Decide.
while he's deliberating, Andy, of our stories, which one did you like the most?
this is a difficult decision.
Now she's doing the same thing Alex is doing.
But okay, I liked it whenever you did Kyo and Shigure. That was beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I did love that. I also loved the lotion ocean. The lotion story was hilarious. Beautiful. I loved your scat, though. I loved your use of poop.
Alex is like, thank you, I tried.
And I really loved all the names you came up with in your second story. They were all beautiful.
Big baloney.
Yeah.
Dicker liquor.
Dicker liquor. You know, the classics. So because of the funny names, I am going to go with Alex's second story. I am so sorry, Joshua.
That's okay.
The jury has decided.
My favorite story, though, has to be Andie's second story, because that was hilarious.
Thank you. That's so sweet of you.
So, Alex
now has to decide.
We've given you plenty of time. This podcast is going to be 2 hours long. 40 minutes of stories, an hour, and however else.
I feel like they were both the same. I mean,
of Alex
not
deliberating.
even me trying to, like...
be nice and sweet.
Like, actually, yeah, like...
Okay, well, since...
Okay, I'm going to just give it to you, though, just so it's in a triangle.
Alright,
Yeah,
so we all get points.
Yay!
And I'm going to play us out.
I'm so glad that you're playing that. Like, I don't know what I would have done if you didn't.
I don't know what I would have done if I had done it either. Oh my
It's so
god.
great because it correlates with our stories.
Well, thank you guys so much for listening to our stupid stories. Like, comment, subscribe, and we might do more in the future. Good night, everybody. Oh my god, they're still coming! It's everywhere! Take cover! Now I'm pregnant.